Madam Kate, what educational programs can we actually adopt to promote awareness when it comes to home gardening and growing food safety and nutritional food? What are some of the, apart from what sorry that dad is doing today, what other educational program do you think that we as a community or stakeholders, policymakers can adopt to actually hammer or amplify the initiative for home gardening?
Okay. I think we should try and get the powers that be,
Okay,
as well as the Ministry of Information
right.
and Agriculture,
Hmm.
to set up initiatives like, you know, not only children, even as grown-ups, we like things like we like comics that show certain things, cartoons.
Okay,
We could we could develop maybe characters like superheroes
okay,
who are based in the agricultural field. They could highlight the things we go through when we're growing our crops, our plants, whatever, whether it's ornamentals, whether it's vegetables, whether it's food, cash crops, or whatever. We can make superheroes.
okay,
And then they could do things like, okay, super farmer is growing watermelon.
okay.
Now, yeah, Captain Agric, that's a fantastic name.
Captain
Yes.
America.
So
Okay,
then we take them through the stages.
right.
They learn how to sow the seeds. No, first of all, to take care of the land,
Okay.
till the earth, plant the seeds, and then show the various stages of development of planting. Not only the successes,
Right.
the failures,
Okay.
because a lot of us have failed so often.
Hmm.
I'll tell you, there's one thing I still hate to try to grow: tomatoes.
Okay.
Tomatoes for me have been my doom.
Hmm.
Yes, and I am tired of them. I've tried about 8 or 9 times now, and they never ever do well.
Hey.
There are other things that go very well for me,
Right.
so I'm concentrating on those.
Okay.
I'll leave the tomatoes for the tomato experts.
Right.
But then things like that show the joys of seeing your seeds grow,
Okay.
and then fruit,
Hmm.
the joys of harvesting, and then interweave it with some kind of human story.
Hmm.
I think that will go a great deal towards making our kids
Okay.
more interested, because if they learn, if they see it as a an interesting
Yeah.
bit of education, they will take it up, and then they will not see that growing things is just, it's one of those things that people who don't
Very
do too well
hectic.
go
Right.
into, or it's backbreaking, or it's too much work. It is work. Everything is work. You have to be prepared to put some work into whatever you do. So I think that will be one of the
Okay.
methods that would really help us.
Okay.
And
Thank
they
you
should
very
take up agric again in all the schools, basic.
Yeah. So, what opportunities or challenges exist in integrating urban gardening into broader food security and nutrition strategy? So, basically, let's get to understand, apart from the tomato that you have issues with, what other crop do you also have issues with? But when it comes to opportunities, I mean, the good side of it, in integrating into food security, what do you think we can do around that?
I think more education is the key.
Okay.
We need more information on how to combat the problems we have doing particular things, because there are all kinds of things that come into it. We have pests that decimate our crops. We have diseases that affect the crops. Poor soil quality is one thing. In Ghana, we have the problem with wildlife
Yeah.
wandering all over the place.
Yeah.
People's cows go and trample other people's farms. Goats come and chew all your leaves in someone's garden that doesn't have a wall. Dogs, even, and cats, they come and cause havoc. So we need more information on how to get around these things,
Okay.
be taught what works for what. And especially with those of us who are trying to do organic gardening and
Yeah.
the natural ways of doing things. So we should find out what works for which particular plants, what kind of how we can amend our soils. If we are maybe in a sandy area, we want to plant something. And then also going into container gardening,
Okay.
because someone like me, my area is about 10 square feet, and it's all concrete. Most of it is concrete.
Right.
So I tended to go into container gardening.
Okay.
So the discarded dispenser bottles, I collect them, cut off the top third part, put the soil in, make a few holes at the bottom, and my place is lined with flower pots and water dispenser containers. You get soil, you get your compost, whether it's chicken manure droppings, whether it is charcoal dust, whether it is whatever you can get. Because we all have areas where we have an abundance of certain things, or things that are cheaper or easier for us to get. We
Okay.
use it to amend your soil, you plant your things in the containers, and you take it from there.
Right.
Yeah.